what's wrong with being grateful for everything? Because what I have noticed over the years in regards to the topic of gratitude, that a lot of times, in fact, actually, most of the time, when people talk about gratitude, they're talking about gratitude from a context of, phew, woo, I'm so glad I dodged that bullet. And they're not really talking about gratitude from the context of what it's really about, which is actually being grateful for every and all experience. Now, that's a lot harder. Oh my God, that is a lot harder to deal with. It's a lot harder to deal with because we want to make something bad. We want to make something wrong. Because in order to make something right, apparently, something has to be wrong. Well, what if nothing was right or wrong? Then what kind of gratitude do I have? So I have gratitude just to be grateful. You know, we live, particularly here in the United States, we live in a society that rewards quote-unquote success. But they're always looking at success from the context of, or most all the time, looking at success at the context of things very external. And my experience over my 63 years of being here on the planet this time around is that the external is fleeting. The Greeks had a term called fortune, and it was a goddess, the goddess of fortune, and they understood that fortune had no energy one way or the other on anybody. That fortune could be great to somebody at some point in their life and then not be great in another time. So we hear the fire truck go by or the police car go by. So what are they going for? Is that fortune being good, or is that fortune being quote unquote bad? Or really is there no such thing? Because living with the context of, oh, well, this is a good thing. I'm happy this happened, and I'm not happy that that happened. But never looking at the grander picture. So, for example, I almost died from AIDS 25 years ago. And I could have died. And I could have not died. And I was one of the ones who didn't die, at least of that disease at that particular moment in time, because we all end up dying. But that was fortune giving me a sense of what dying is about. And what I took from that is an understanding of the present moment. and I took an understanding of how precarious this whole thing is. And I'm good with that. It was worth it. I learned so many things from that experience that I would never have learned otherwise. And I could talk about several other major things in my life that looked like a disaster, looked just horrible from the outside perspective. But if I take it from the perspective of fortune doesn't care, fortune can give and fortune can take away, then my point and how I practice is I'm grateful for the moment. I am grateful for the very simple things of life. I am grateful and express gratitude even when it quote unquote looks bad at this moment in time. Because I know that there's much more going on than meets the eye. And it's not my place to judge.